3, 2, 1. What's up, George? What's going on in the House of Craze tonight?
In the House of Craze tonight, we have Mr. Philip Russert coming in, talk to us about Arcane Syndicate, and we are going to be talking about a topic that was suggested by Mr. Michael Sammartino last week. For those who are watching, we're going to be talking about creator websites versus social media marketplaces.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Lots of fun tonight. Let's get it.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the Craze. If you are an independent, catch the Craze. Making moves on your own, catch the Craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the Craze. Join the movement, catch the Craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the Craze. Welcome to Catch the Craze podcast. I'm your host with the most, Sam the Crazy Man Vera, and I am with
George the Dreamer Medina. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Catch the Craze. What up, Gilly Gill? We are coming to you live. It is Tuesday, September 24th.
Word.
We are almost at the end of September, moving right into October. ASAP Imagination in the house. Hades, what's going on, Hades? Yeah, man, we are rolling. We are moving. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. If you haven't done so yet, and you are in the chat or you are watching the show, please give us a like, comment, share, do all that fun stuff. Help us grow the channel. We are going to be happening. We are going to be happening. We are going to be doing some happening things tonight. We are going to have Philip Russert talking about his new book, Arcane Syndicate. And we're also going to have a topic that was actually, for the first time ever, suggested by one of our viewers, the very talented Mr. Michael Sammartino, who gave us a cool topic to talk about today. We don't have any graphics tonight.
Not right now, bro. That's the best I got right there. Bong.
Philbo. Yeah, it's been one of those days. Now, Sammy, talk to me. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, man, I just got here. I just walked in. I was like 20 minutes ago. I just walked in, and then I'm frozen. Then my computer's acting up. Has been acting slow. I didn't have time to put the graphics together to promote the show. I'm scarfing down my dinner. I've been working late today. So I had a race, across town, across the highways. Like I was doing like Mach 7, but then the traffic in Texas is getting worse and worse every day. So, yeah, man, and I'm here. Woo! And I'm getting ready for Saturday. I got the Denton Comic Art Expo this weekend.
Denton.
Yeah, one-day show. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. It's my third appearance there. Shout out to
you like one-day shows, Sam?
I like one-day shows.
You do like one-day shows.
I like one-day shows if they're on a Saturday and it's comic centric.
Now, how close is that from where you are?
It's about a maybe 45-minute drive.
Oh, that's nice. So you go, boom, set up in the morning, come back in the evening, you're done.
Saturday. Get there early enough. I'm not doing the risers. Look at I'm frozen again. I'm not doing the risers with the grids. I'm gonna do what I did with the Texas Latino Comic Con. I'm gonna have the prints and the stickers and the comics. And that's it. Make it simple because it's a one-day show, so I want to be able to set up and tear down quick. Even though putting up the prints and the stickers takes a minute, but at least I won't have to build anything. So I'm not gonna be building anything for this one-day show. But when I go to Cowtown Comic Con in October, I will be building. What's up, Dan, in the house?
Yo, so real quick, for the first time also today, we have two birthdays that are being celebrated by two different viewers of the show. Yeah, Hades is celebrating a birthday tonight.
Wow.
And Dan Barlow is celebrating a birthday tonight. Don't think I don't see these things on social media, guys. I'm watching.
That's right. Happy
Yeah.
birthday to you.
Right into it.
Happy birthday to
Oh,
you. Happy
wow.
birthday, Paul Hades and Dan Barlow. Happy birthday to you and many more.
Come on, fellas. There
There
you
you
are.
go. There
There
you
you
go.
are. There was no warm up,
No,
no
no warm up.
foreplay.
I just found out.
This guy just goes right for the kill. All
I
right,
go
well,
right
there you
in,
are,
baby.
guys.
That's how I do. Just give me the mic.
Happy birthday. Just give him a mic and he's
That's
on.
it. It's on like
He's like,
Donkey Kong.
is this thing on? Let's go.
Testing.
All right. Well, now
Yeah,
that we got
yeah.
that out of the way.
And shout out to the peeps at LitCon. They just hit me up. They go, "Hey, we had you here last year. We'd like you to come back next year." I'm like, "Yeah, baby." So next year I'm doing LitCon. So next year Texoma and LitCon, I'll be returning to those two shows so far. So 2025 is off to a good start.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm complete. What's up,
Thanks,
Maribel
Sinatra.
Arroyos?
What up, Maribel?
Maribel, you missed the crooning, bro. You missed the crooning.
Yo, this kid is crooning all day. Anyway, yes, I hope you guys enjoyed your birthdays. But yeah, Sammy, yeah, so that's cool, brother. That's cool. Yeah, 2025 is quickly coming up. So
Yeah.
a lot of these conventions start booking up. So
Booking.
if you are planning to do conventions, for those watching and who also have comics that they want to promote or go to conventions, start hitting those things up now.
Oh yeah, I already hit up Staple
ready.
for next year. They know Dan Price really well. They were like, "How'd you find out about us?" I said, "First of all, I'm in comics. Everybody knows about Staple, but Dan Price, talked about it and whatever. Like, oh, he's the man. They really talked, highly."
Dan is the man. Big shout
Yeah.
out to Dan Price, Bigfoot Knows Karate. I saw him this
Yes.
weekend. Yeah, I saw him this weekend. He was cool.
Yeah, it's a great conversation. He and I had, we went to dinner one night and we had like a great conversation. Just he and I, the place shut down and we're still sitting outside just talking. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's hilarious, dude. He's hilarious. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's cool. That's cool. So that's it. Is that it? Denton?
Denton,
Yeah.
and then Cowtown Comic Con, and then that's it for the year. Next year, I will be trying my hand at one anime show. I will be trying my hand at a horror show because I got invited to a horror show and I got invited to an anime show. So I'm going to try my hand at those things next year. And but so far confirmed, 100% booked. Is LitCon and then Texoma. I'll be doing 100%, and then everything else as we get closer. I'll be booking the next few weeks for next year, and a lot of them I'm trying to do a lot of local stuff. And the ones that I travel, it's got to be worth it for me, as long as it's not celebrity heavy and it's more comic related.
Yeah, I feel like you have plenty of shows.
Oh, this is it's
Texas
crazy,
too.
dude. If you just categorize it, if you say sci-fi alien shows, there's like 1,000 of them. You do anime shows, like 1,000. Horror comic cons, there's 1,000 of them, right? So they're segmented into a lot of different stuff. So it's pretty cool.
In Texas?
In Texas, bro. There's
Damn.
tons, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it is kind of insane. It is kind of insane. They actually, okay, so this weekend I was actually invited to a show in Austin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, November 2nd, but it's too close. I won't be able to make it. It's
What's the name of it?
close. Mex American Con or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a Latino centric show in Austin, Texas, and they hit me up and they invited me. They hit me up on Instagram and they invited me to come to the show. But and they said, no, we understand it's short notice, but we'll keep you in mind for next year. So next year I may be taking a trip down to Austin, Texas. So big shout out to that show, man. That was nice of them to kind of reach out and see if I was interested in going. And I totally would, except it's just it's November.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good way to close the year. I'm this holiday season. I'm gonna just work on catching up on things and working on books for next year, and just try to just close out. I want to take November, December off from conventions.
Yeah, Lou, I'm telling you, I've heard good things about Austin. It's Mex American.
There's also the Greater Austin Comic Con, which I heard is a good event.
Yeah.
I think Staples is in Austin as well.
That show, bro. That show. It's a one-day show. It's free.
The Mexicana?
Yeah, and it's all ages. Like it's an all ages thing.
That's nice.
Yeah, Saturday, November 2nd. Yeah, from 2 to 8 p.m. So if you guys are in Austin, Texas, and you guys are in the area and want to check it out, yeah, it's Saturday, November 2nd, from
Nice.
12 to 8. Yeah, man. So yeah, no, dude, I was up in Baltimore this weekend. Baltimore Comic Con was great. It was a really, really, really good show. Staples is in Austin.
Yes. Yeah.
Confirmed.
So it's funny because I was talking to the promoter for Staples, and he says, "Hey, as soon as we send the alert out, you need to apply because it sells out the same day."
That's what Dan was telling me.
Yeah. So I was like, "Yo, dude, yo, we're family now." I'm trying to smooth the guy. We're family now.
That's what Dan was saying. That thing fills up fast. But he says it's a good show. He actually talked highly about it.
Yeah. Dan was telling me that if you want to have a really good show, go to Staple.
Yeah,
and it's a one-day show, isn't it?
He didn't say.
I think it's a one-day show. I'm not sure.
Yeah. She said, contact Chris immediately.
Yes.
Chris, I guess he's the showrunner.
I gotta see who I was talking to. I was going through emails back and forth today.
Yeah, man. No, it's been so it was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. I want to give a shout out to a bunch of people, and you guys checked out my live stream yesterday. I was talking about I had a raffle that I was.
Yeah. So who won?
Oh, the raffle was awesome. A gentleman by the name of Gilbert Cruz won the what you call. For a second, I was like Gilbert Rodriguez. No, it was Gilbert Cruz. He won this bad boy right here, which I'm going to be mailing out to him.
Nice.
He's contacted me. I'm going to send it to him. It's going to be in the mail tomorrow, so he'll be getting it in no time. Big shout out to him, and big shout out to Joe Holly, who did the remark on the book, and everybody who showed up at Baltimore Comic Con, because there were a lot of people who showed up, showed a lot of love, a lot of support.
That's nice.
Yeah, big shout out to my boy Jonathan, who was holding it down.
Johnny Syfax was holding it down.
He was holding it down, bro. It was funny because every time I stepped away from the table, maybe to grab some lunch or do whatever, he'd call me like, "Hey, somebody at the table wants an autograph." So I would have to run back to get it. He would do it it was great. He did such a good job selling the books for me that I got to give him his credit. We had a good time. We ended up at a movie theater in Baltimore, which could be dangerous. We went to see what was it? Transformers 1.
More than meets the eyes.
Yes, we got to the first one, bro. As soon as he opened the door, there was puke all over the floor. So we're like, yep, not this one. We bounced. Yo, it was bad, bro. And then we ended up, Anibal is watching. We ended up at a mall that John says you guys went there the last time we were all at Baltimore with Vanessa Verduga. Big shout out to her. So he remembers that. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't remember going there, but yeah. So it was a good time, and it was.
Yes, it is Chris. I was just confirmed on the emails. It is Chris I was talking to.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So for those who want to check out the entire thing, I did the whole drawing, the raffle drawing, and all that other stuff. Check out my channel, Get Your Meds. I was on there yesterday streaming live for the results of the stuff. So check it out. I got a recap of the show there as well. And a bunch of stuff we did on there. Oh, and for those who don't know or who haven't done so yet, I forgot to say this last week. The Adventures of Wonder Dog Part 2. Pre-order the book today. Everybody who pre-orders the book will get one of these bad boys. Oh, it's upside down. One of these guys right here. I'm sending a print with every purchase. So pre-order the book today. Get a print of the virgin cover of the book. So do that right now.
What about me?
You guys getting invites everywhere. What about me? Bro, come with us.
Oh.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, Anibal Arroyo, he's got a signing November 2nd. He's got a signing.
Nice.
November 2nd in Jersey. So follow him on social media.
Yo, Jersey.
Check that out.
Jersey has a lot of comic conventions.
Yes, they do.
When I was looking up, because I was segmenting and looking up for planning for next year. Yo, Jersey is on fire right now. It's like more than New York.
Yeah, I'm about to sign up. What was the name of the con that sent me some information to sign up for next year? It's actually April 26th. April 26th through just that weekend. It's a 2-day show, and I can't remember the name of the show. It's a Jersey Super Show or something like that.
They got tons of stuff, bro.
They got a lot. Yeah, they got a lot.
Yeah, so, I'd be capitalizing on all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where it's like they're local, right? And they're not that expensive. I think the table at that one was $150.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad for the area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's definitely not bad. So I may be doing that next year.
Yeah, the Denton Comic Art Expo, I think it's free to the public. My table was like $50.
Yeah,
Um,
that's perfect, bro.
it's an amazing event. It's families because it's free to the public. They do a great with promoting it because they do a lot of community stuff and they do a lot of stuff for kids and they do a lot of art galleries. Um, and I always have a great time when I'm there.
Yeah, it's a Super Jersey Comic Expo. That's
Nice.
what it is. Yeah, it's that's happening next year. April 26th is the weekend of the 26th.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man, good alien. I never heard of that. But anyway, yeah, man.
Okay.
So that's what happened this weekend, and I
Nice.
will be at Yonkers Comic Con, which is at the Yonkers Library
Oh,
here in Yonkers, New York, October 5th, and then the New York Comic Con, October 17th through the
that's
20th
right.
with my man Johnny C. We're going to be
Sure.
there having a good time. So that's what's happening. And he
Yeah.
remembers them all. Yeah, you remember. Okay, so that's where we were. And we ended up there. We went to that
No,
place.
yeah, I think it's time to get the meds, bro.
Let's do it, dog.
Let's get those medicines.
It's time for your medicine.
And the topic of the day is
We are going to. You came back quick with that thing. Yeah, holy cow. We're like in fast forward mode right now. We're like, hit it. We hit up a bookstore. Yep, he remembered the bookstore too. And he went, creators' websites versus social media marketplaces.
whoa.
At the end of last week's show, Michael San Martino came on. And he's like, guys, what about this topic?
Yeah.
And he suggested this. So we are going to be talking today about whether you should have your own website as a creator or rely on the social media marketplaces. Like, no, TikTok has a store. I know that who else has a store, Sam?
Instagram has a store.
They have links. You can set up links. I don't know that they have an
You can sell
actual
on
store.
Instagram from your thing because I always says set up your shop. I always get an alert. Set up a shop.
Yeah, set up a shop, but I think you have to link it to an existing shop that you already have.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay, maybe.
Yeah, I think Hades does that. Because I know that when I put up, like, say for example, I put up a cover of one of my books or whatever, and I hit the link, he has a shop online where you can buy my book. So I can link that and they can buy it, but you still need a website.
Right.
And I don't know if TikTok does it the same way. Have you sold anything on TikTok? Do you have a marketplace?
I don't do anything on TikTok.
Okay. I mean, and you know what? I know that for T-shirts, people have Teespring or whatever. Amazon obviously has a thing. Joe, yeah, no Jersey cons. He hates Jersey. Yeah, he hates Jersey, but he likes cons in Jersey, apparently. So yeah, but yeah, no, I think those stores do, like Etsy, obviously. Now, what's your viewpoint of that, Sam? Do you prefer your own website on your own store on your website, or do you think that bypassing that, saying, okay, forget the website, let me just use these social media marketplaces or whatever? Do you think that that's the way to go? What's your viewpoint on it?
I think heavy on the website and strategic on social, right? So I think you need to have both, but you definitely need both. The reason why the website is more personal. The reason why that's in a website because you can cultivate your followers and you can communicate with them. You can make things personal. You can have special things, incentives for them. It makes it more special and more like exclusive. And it's firsthand stuff. Social media, at least they'll always find you and all the relevant information on your page because you can talk about the conventions you're going. You can have it all listed out. You can have, what's coming down. You could do pre-orders. You could do all that stuff. You can tie it to your website. Social media, it's a mixed bag because everybody's using it. So the algorithm's not supporting you, right? And you're not getting it pushed out. You're at the mercy of the algorithm. With your website, it's really about how you hustle and how you build your email list and how you communicate to the public, right? That's all on you, right? Social media, you're dependent on whether or not the algorithms are going to, support you or not. So that's why I don't lean heavy towards social. It's just a tool, a means towards driving traffic to the website.
Yeah. If I had to choose, if you put a gun to my head right now and said, hey, what do you want? You want to create a website, or you want to create your own website, or do you want social media marketplaces? I'm probably going to go with my website.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because Hades is coming in with a comment here. Agreed on both. We hit more digital via social, and that often leads to repeat orders in physical.
Yes.
So the reason why I say I lean towards my own website is because I have this mantra when it comes to what we're doing, right? And that is, don't give them a reason
Yes.
to not buy your book.
Right.
Right. They already have a bunch of reasons. What did you say? Have a
I've heard-
red bubble shop that feels more like dead bubble at
Yeah.
the moment. What up, Will?
What's up, Will?
Yeah. So don't give them a reason not to buy your stuff. They already don't know who you are. They already don't. Not that they don't want to support, but they don't know who you are. They don't know what you're giving them. They don't know what
Who you
so
is?
why give them another reason not to do it? And I say that because if they had to click through a million things to get to you, they're probably going to lose interest right away. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this weekend, I'll give an example. This weekend, I hand out, and you do this too, but I was handing out this card.
Yeah.
Right. The card has a QR code. That QR code takes them to my website where I have my where I have a preview of the first issue.
Right.
That same preview takes them then to buy the book if they want it, right? But it's my website. So they're going to my site. Now you have a feature where you can tell when they've hit your site.
Yeah.
You have a lot more control over that. You have no idea if they went to your store on TikTok. You have no idea until you make a sale.
Make a purchase, yeah.
And then that purchase gets there's a percentage that gets taken off of that.
Yes.
Not to say that a percentage won't get taken away from your website, depending on how you have it set up, but it's your website.
Yep.
So, and his point because I was chatting with him was, you got to pay for your website. Yeah, you do. You do have to pay for your website. You have to maintain it, and you have to, put things up on the website, and you have to constantly keep changing it and updating with different things. And that could be, cumbersome and time consuming and all that other fun stuff. But you still have more control over what you're doing there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Kerry, what's up, my man? So yeah, I mean, if I had to make a choice, I would go there. But yeah, it's always good to have as many avenues as possible. When
it's an investment in yourself on your website, because it's only as good as what you put into it. The website it's also a tool, right? But it's only as good. It's a representation of you and your art form. Right. So if you are all in and you're regularly updating it and you're sending out your monthly communications to your followers, if you have a blog attached to your website, if you're updating the blog, whatever it is, if you have new art that you post consecutively that drives, if you have that exclusive, sign up so you can get exclusive behind the scenes stuff, you can make it anything you want to make an interactive, engaging club. It's almost like I'm part of this club. I know that when I come here, I'm going to get this. I know when I come here, I see this. Social media is all it is. It's a tool to communicate with the many people, but not the many people always see it, because again, unless you're putting money for those marketing ads, or you're doing things that are trending right now. Right now, trending is soft porn, right? Trending is controversy, all that stuff. In the art world, it's a lot more harder because you got thousands and thousands of people posting art, and all depends on what triggers the algorithm at what time of day and what day of the week. You don't know if you're going to get that push or not.
Yeah, Lou has a good point here. I used Redbubble to avoid paying out for products that may not sell. That is a good point, because T-shirts, for example, hoodies and stuff like that, I will use an outside vendor for that kind of stuff, just because I have no room to keep all that stuff.
Right.
It's inventory, right? How do you keep all that inventory?
Right.
Where do you keep all that inventory? Print on demand is huge
Yep.
for that kind of stuff. So those things, yes. Books, like I'll give you like the books that I'm selling, like even Wonder Duck, for example, the pre-sale book. I have a stock of those, ready to go for when people order them.
Right.
So so I'll keep a stock of that. Obviously, you should always have books for conventions and all that other fun stuff. So you always have that there. But T-shirts, hats, mugs, any other that stuff that you wanna set, that you want to sell, then maybe you use outside vendors for that, like Redbubble, which I've never used. But Lou, you're saying that's not a good website to use, or you just is it, what is it? I've never actually used it. Social media is helpful for guiding people to the site. It can be hand in hand that way.
What I find when the social media algorithms work in my favor is usually when I'm doing conventions, because it's usually the people who actually buy the book, who are sharing my posts, people who have followed me or through my art channel on YouTube, and that's when it spikes. So usually when I see a spike and hits on my website, it's usually when I'm doing events. Because even when I was at that event a couple weeks ago, in one day I had 70 visitors, unique visitors from all across the world. Right? It was just in just the U.S. It was so a lot of it. It's how active you are out there promoting is going to be how well you drive traffic. I mean, I like everybody else. I have an Instagram, I have a Twitter, I have a Facebook, I have a TikTok, I have MeWe, and I have like a bunch of others, right? And it drives traffic to the website. And it's different. I get a lot of internationals, I get a lot of locals, but it's not an end all be all unless you popped off and you organically you just grew on social media. But I think you need a home base where people can land on, where you need a home base because especially if you're touring, people want to know where they can read up on you. They always want to see your website. They want to, any press that you got and all that stuff. You can post it all on the website. They're not going to scroll through social media to try to find those things. Convention promoters, right? They look at your website to see if you're active, right? Publishers, they're looking to see what's the last thing you published, right? All that stuff is in a one-stop shop, easy to find on your website. You can't find it easy on social media because they got to scroll and scroll and scroll.
Okay. Yeah. Redbubble is good for merch. It's just not happening for me. I'm also new to Redbubble, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I missed Aniba's comment. So you're saying a website doesn't have a million things to click on? Yeah, no, it does. But you have control over where you send your people.
Yes.
So, for example, when you're on a website, you're navigating what you're there because you want to be there. You want to check out what this person has. You have an about, you have a home, you have where is this person going to be? So you have things that you want. I'm talking about when you're shopping, you want to hit that one button that takes you to where you want to buy. Boom, put your information in and get the book. The more you fumble around, where do I purchase this? How do I buy this? I think people are just going to end up just leaving your website because, it's an impulse buy. You want to be able to get it.
You want to find it quick. That's why when you get to my landing page, right, the first thing you see is the graphic novel order now. Bam. All they have to do is hit it and they can make the purchase, and it'll take them to the store where if they want to add anything to their basket, they can do that as well. Right. Yeah. But the first thing when they see it is like, this book is available right now. Boom. Make it happen. So it's like, again, you get what you put into it. But I think if you're going to invest your time, if your time is 80% social media, 20% website, I would flip it and make your website as engaging as possible. That's what I'm working on now, trying to revamp my website to make it even more engaging and more dynamic, right? Make it and cultivate that so that way everybody can find what they need easy, right?
Yeah. You know what's crazy about websites, man? Like, have you ever been, okay, so I hate when websites change too much. Mm-hmm. You ever had that issue where like you just got used to going to a website and you know where everything is, and all of a sudden they do an update and everything changes, and now you got to relearn where everything is? So for you, like even for you, for example, I know that once you find something that works, you're going to keep that for a while. It's just finding, though. You still have to find what works best for everybody.
Yeah, I removed a bunch of pages from my website because it was just too much, right? So I'm trying to look at it through the eyes of the consumer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's why on our website, we can create specific collections. One click and all you need under one roof. Yeah. So you click on that one collection and you have all the works by that one person, artist,
smart,
whatever. Yeah. Because it's got to be easy. It's got to be easy to shop. You have to make it really easy for people to shop. That's why. So, I mean, Mike's not here, but I think, man, listen, don't get rid of the website.
Don't get rid of the website. Take the hit, make the investment. Sell more products if it's costly for you, right? It's easier said than done, right? So, but I think it's an investment. It's your investment. It's like your house, right? It's your house. You want people to come to your house. You're inviting them to dinner. You're inviting them to socialize. You're inviting them to get a little insight on you and get a little closer to you and your product. You can't do that on social media. It's a one post. It doesn't tell a story. It's just a picture or whatever. You can put how many people look at the picture but don't even read what you put in the post, right? So at least on the website, they can sit there and they can browse and they can learn more about your characters. They can learn more about, the people show. And I think I started going live on Instagram. Okay, there it is. So going live on Instagram to try to build an audience. People have to see what I do. Yeah, that's smart, right? I don't know why this post gave me an alert to approve it. That's the first time I've seen that.
What?
There's nothing controversial about her post.
Her post? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, website is your house, social media is your holiday home. That's it. It's just it's a bed and breakfast, bro.
I have no clue what I'm doing. Yeah, big. Listen, Luke. Did you see the newest image?
Yo, she is legitimately
insane.
no joke.
Yo,
She is no joke, hands down. I'm like,
Oh my
your
God.
coloring, it makes it look like it's AI. The way she colors, it is beautiful. I mean, AI got nothing on her, bro.
Crazy. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, seriously, I tell her all the time, man. Her stuff
Oh
is
my
legit.
God. Yeah, no.
I
it's
aspire to color like Lou.
what's the character, Lou? Boggle.
It boggles my mind how good she is. There you go.
Boggle was
There you
off
go.
the hook. Yeah, now big shout out to Lou, man. She's amazing.
Yeah, but that was the topic of the day. If you have
Yes.
any more comments, put it there. But we have our guest in the waiting room. We're going to bring him right in. But first, don't forget, I have an art channel, The Art of Sammy. If you haven't seen it already, here's a little reminder. Welcome back, Jack. What's up, Phil?
What's going on? How are you?
How you doing?
Running like a madman today.
It's been back by the day. There is Boggle, Model, and Morgue. Nice. AI identifying tools. Think more artists. AI. So, Phil, what's going on, brother? Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. How's everything doing?
Good. Everything's going. We're just plugging away.
Plugging away, man. Listen, I think the last time you were on the show was what, a couple of years ago, right? It's been a while since.
About 8, 9, 10 years ago. Yeah, Sam hasn't wanted me on since. So.
Damn, son.
Yeah,
Damn.
you keep forgetting the address. I'm just saying.
The last time I was on this show, Sam lived in New York.
Damn,
Really?
that is true.
No.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, listen, that's a testament to how long you've been doing this, Phil. You've been doing it for a while, bro.
Hold
Good
on.
job.
Can you?
You're
No,
good.
this is a testament to how long I've been doing this. This white. This is great.
It'll do it. It'll do it to you.
I'm
It'll
only
do it to you.
23, guys. No, I was kidding.
Wow. Wow.
Put the bottle
Well,
down.
Well, listen,
Yeah.
for those who maybe missed you 15 years ago on the show, tell us a little bit about you and who you are and what you do.
Yes.
Father, husband, nurse, drummer, homeowner, and self-publisher. So basically, in 2020, I got very sick and I was in bed for 6 weeks and they didn't know what my future was going to be. It was pretty bad. So I started writing and never looked back. And next thing I know, I've got a bunch of titles. I'm running my publishing company. I'm publishing other people from other countries on crowdfunding. And we have some stuff coming next year that George is privy to right now because he's, my letterer. But excited about the future. And to be honest with you, I love the comic medium. It saved me from a tough childhood. And I think it's the best drug there is and the safest. And I like to write comics that have stories to tell that matter, that have substance, that have characters that you can relate to, cheer for, villains you can hate to love and love to hate. And just world building is fun and it's a great escape. And if you're not into comics, give it a shot because it's like the best of both worlds. It's the visual that a movie is, and it's the reading of the book, but you can flesh things out over time. There's no 1 hour and 45 minute, time frame. So
What's going on? Yeah, you're coming in broken.
that's about it.
Oh, there it is. All right.
All
cool.
right. Well, there you go. You're back. You're back. So, Phil, let me ask you this, man. So before
Okay.
you can hear me? You good?
Yeah.
So before you got sick, right? Before you got sick and started writing everything you're writing, what was it that had kept you from doing comics before that? Did you even want to do comics before that and just didn't find the time? Or like what was the situation before that moment that you said, you know what, I want to start writing?
I was always intimidated by writing. I didn't know if I had the patience to sit and flesh out and write things because I was a very, I'm a drummer. I'm moving. I'm always, and but I was also intimidated. Like, would I be any good at it? And because writing is, with all due respect, we love and appreciate artists, and we know that there's a lot of skill and work that's put into over years to be an artist. But I don't think writers get enough credit to understand that good writing is a skill, and it is a skill and a craft that you hone. It isn't just, oh, I can make up a story. So I was intimidated. But when I was looking at the possibility of not having it tomorrow, I was like, well, what the hell am I afraid of now? So.
Nice. And that's where Tragedy came from.
Yes. That was my first book.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that an idea that was kind of like you had been thinking about prior, maybe years before, and said, I don't know how I'm going to do that? Or did that just came out of that moment or those moments?
So as I started getting sick, this image popped in my head one day, and it was exactly Tragedy the way you see her now. And then I started coming up with Breath of the Dragon. While I was sick on the couch, just laying there. This was before I got really sick. I didn't know the journey I was about to take. And I kind of just dismissed it because, again, I had that whole intimidation of writing and this and that. I was like, oh, that's a cool looking character, but whatever. And, how am I going to get it out there? But then when I got sick, Ricardo Silva is an artist that I was following for a long time on Instagram, Facebook, and I wanted being an art rep, and he was one of the first people that I started repping. So I approached him and I said, hey, can you do character design? He goes, yeah, I do character design. So I gave very specific everything down to the stitching on her vest, very specific details, what the boots look like, the everything. And Ricardo literally in 2 takes got exactly what I wanted her to look like. So thank you to Ricardo for that.
Nice, man. Nice. We talked a little bit about like your process for creating characters. And yet, like you said, you're very specific about what you ask the artist to draw. Now, once they have that, how do you flesh out the rest of the cast? Is it that same thing? Or do you kind of give them, say, all right, listen, I want a character like this, go ahead and create it or whatever?
No, I'm pretty tight on the designs. I design the characters. I like to put artists in winning positions. Artists get paid to draw, but the longer you're asking them to do edits back and forth, that's now their salary is going down. We're drawing for free, and I don't want artists to have to do that. So I come very prepared with specifics on how it is, so that artist can come back in 1 or 2 takes. We got the character down. They didn't have to spend a lot of time doing unnecessary work, because I don't think that's fair. So I'm very specific with my character designs. On the new book we're doing right now, Arcane Syndicate, though, David ad-libbed a few things, embellished on what I gave him, and I loved it because I'm not against collaboration. I don't have an ego. I just want to set them up for winning. And I loved his embellishments. I thought they went well with what I was asking for, and we went with it.
Right. Yeah. I guess it all depends. There she is.
So, everybody, you remember George? You don't know Sam because I haven't been on the show since you were probably like 2, and But anyway, that's Sam, and you know George.
We had a lot of your people on the show.
My people?
Yeah, we had a lot of people that work with you on the show.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I guess through extension, it's nice to know I'm part of this. I'm just razzing.
It's all right.
So Phil,
we'll keep back in 10 years.
yeah. The next time he's on.
We'll be back in 3 years.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
So Phil, you mentioned Arcane Syndicate, and that's what's on Kickstarter now. And for those who are watching, Arcane Syndicate, the link is in the chat.
Close the door.
If you want to check it out, check that out. But Arcane Syndicate, tell us a little bit about what that is and where that idea came from.
All right, so I'm one of those stubborn Irishmen that if you tell me, oh, don't do that, I do it. So I told my wife, I was like, I have these cool plot ideas for the I'm not allowed to call them Universal, these classic monsters, Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, etc. And my wife didn't quite hear it, but she goes, I don't know, you really want to take public domain. You don't like doing that. You like creating your own characters. I don't know if that's going to go over well. I was like, yeah, but I got some really good ideas that nobody's used before with these characters. So I'm going to write it anyway. So I wrote the script and I showed it to my wife, and she's like, oh my God, this is really good. I think this is like up there with tragedy as my favorite stuff you've written. So it really it wasn't so much the monsters that I want to work with these monsters. It was, I had these ideas that just happened to fit these types of characters. And I didn't want to, I had two choices. Either because they're public domain, I could use the characters, or I could rip them off. And I didn't want to do that. I mean, as much as I say imitation is the biggest form of flattery, whatever the hell it is, no, it's just copying, and that's crap. So I said, well, they're public domain. Let me just do that. The only one that's not public domain is the creature from the Black Lagoon. So we have a creature that is from a certain body of water that happens to be dark. And he looks a little different. Good night. I love you. Come on. You're off camera. I love you. The shy one. All right. I'm live. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Sleep well, sweet dreams. God bless. Sorry, they like to chat with me when I'm live. But if I was home and nothing was going on, which is very rare, they don't want to say a word. They're buried in a book or something. Anyway,
well, listen, those are your little road dogs. They go with you to conventions too. I've seen them, and they are.
She does, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She does her thing. But anyway, go ahead. So, what were you saying?
So I just came up with these ideas nobody's ever used before, and I just went with it. And my wife read the script and she loved it. And I've had a few people review the script. See, I don't like placaters. I don't want to be that person on American Idol that sucks. But because my family couldn't tell me the truth, I'm embarrassing myself. So I go to hard-hitting people that are going to be brutal with me. They're going to be honest. My wife, as sweet as she is, she can't lie. She'll be honest. She'll be like, nah, you missed this one, So I like to surround myself with those people. That's the greatest respect, is being honest.
Yeah. Aniba just said, hey, Phil, just opened 39 Cedar Lane. Looks great. By the way, my name is pronounced Anibal.
Anibal. I was listening to George after I butchered it. So my apologies.
Jonathan always calls him Anibal. So
that's why I said it like that, because I heard Jonathan. I'm going to blame Jonathan. It's on Jonathan. It's his fault.
It's all on Jonathan.
Yeah, it's his fault.
Jonathan. Yeah, that's what it is. Not bad. But yeah, dude. No. I so you said you had these ideas that you could either use for these characters that already exist, or you could put them off. What were these specific ideas that you had that you felt were different?
There's a lot of vampire stories out there, but no one's ever taken the three iconic vampires, which is Vlad the Impaler, which was is a true historic figure that is where this whole thing spawned from, the mythology. Nosferatu, which is obviously, what's his name? Borlak or whatever. Anyway, and then Count Dracula, which was the famous Universal. So I was like, what would it be like if they were all in this same world and they all felt the other was an imposter and they wanted to wipe them off the face of the earth? And then it was like, well, thank you, Lou. I appreciate that you really liked it. I really do. Hannibal, read it.
Lou's funny. She said it's twisted.
Actually, Lou read it pretty quickly, which I appreciate, because sometimes when you offer a free PDF and they don't get to it for 4 weeks, it's kind of frustrating. It's like, I just gave you a free book. Could you read the damn thing? But anyway, so thank you for that, and I'm glad that you liked it. So that was one element. Orlok, that's it. I'm sorry. Thank you, Orlok. Orlok.
Good stuff.
So that was one aspect. Another aspect was in the original Frankenstein movie, 1936 or 39, I forgot. He drowns this little girl. He throws her in the lake, not knowing what he's doing, and she drowns. And that's a big part of why they go after the monster later. And I guilted him.
I'll read it.
Irish guilt.
Irish guilt.
that 31. Thank you.
31.
So that girl comes back as a vengeful spirit and possesses the other monsters to try to get Frankenstein's monster. The other was
in your story. In your story,
yes.
that you're saying? Okay.
Yes,
okay.
she comes back as a vengeful spirit. Another thing is the Frankenstein's monster. Dr. Frankenstein's descendant. It's in modern day. Is dying of cancer, and he's been working with dark magic and science, of course, like Dr. Frankenstein. And he transplants his brain into the monster's body because his body's riddled with cancer and it's dying. So he's intelligent. He's leading the team. Count Dracula and him butt heads constantly because Dracula has a big ego. And there's a question as to why is Dracula with this team? Why? Why is he subservient to a government agency that uses them like the Avengers, so to speak, to combat supernatural threats that face the world, right? That's what this team does. And what would happen if Count Dracula got hold of the Necronomicon? It's the Book of the Dead, and all vampires are undead. So what would happen if one of the vampires of those three gets hold of that book? What would they do with it? And what is the motive?
Lou said you can send her any PDF you want. She has time to read it.
And plenty of bathroom breaks. But so and then there's other plots as well. Like, is the Invisible Man? Is he a double agent between the government and the team? There's a new government liaison who is not who he appears to be. What is his intent? And is he related to Van Helsing? So I do a lot of different things with still honoring the mythos of these characters. And David River is knocking it out of the park with the art, and February 30 on. The colors are just insane.
Insane.
Like I've posted before, that one page of Vlad the Impaler is just, to me, it's the most beautiful page of any book I've done. I also think my dialogue is spot on. David matched the dialogue and the emotions with the facial expressions and body contortions and positions. And then February 30 on just killed it with the colors. And then we had this guy, what's his name, doing the letters? George, that's it. He usually puts out crap, but he actually did a good job on this.
Yes, book the MA right now. You're such a go ahead, man. What I usually put on crap.
But you knocked it out of the park. Did a great job. And
Terry said, "Ouch."
I have a great deal of love and respect for George, and that's why I bust his chops. So, anyway. I like Sam too. That's why I bust Sam's chops. I like you if I'm busting your balls. If I'm not busting your balls, I don't like you, or I don't know you enough. So screw you, George. Anyway.
But all jokes aside, I feel like the book looks freaking great, dude. It looks.
Thank you. Really we have a lot of people following, but a lot of people haven't pulled the trigger yet, and we're close to funding. We're about $438 away. Yeah. We do have a lot of time left still, but it would be great to fund sooner than later, please. My hair can't get any whiter, so if you could help me out. Between my fair Irish skin and my white hair, I'm going to look like Casper any day now. So if you could, please pledge, that'd be great.
And that's the thing with these campaigns. It's every day you're watching it. You're watching it every day. How much?
I haven't. I've been staying away from it.
Good for your sanity.
I'm about to be Michael Douglas and Falling Down. So I figure I got to get rid of some of the triggers.
So I know there's a reason why you made it this long, the campaign, because usually campaigns 30 days, boom, in and out, you're gone. This one was 45. Tell the audience why you made it 45.
I wanted to capture the Halloween season, and it ends on midnight at Halloween, and I just thought thematically it would be cool. And I'm not going to lie, Kickstarters are kind of hard right now for what I call reader books. They're not NSFW or collectible books. Their intent is for you to read more than collect a cover or art. And I think they've been hard sells on Kickstarter lately. I think the demographic on Kickstarter has changed. So I wanted to give a little more time for people, especially with a bad economy, that maybe, they don't get paid in time. That maybe now it gives them that availability to say, oh, you know what? In 45 days, I can get a paycheck and get a book, so.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea, man. It's a good idea. We have some comments there. Get your breakfast past 11. So it's helped Phil keep his hair. Is that what the campaign is?
Yeah, I don't have that much left.
And then Anil said he'd take the movie and cartoon references. LOL. So yeah, man. So this story is bigger than just the monsters. Because you have an agency, and Sam is big on like including agencies into the world that are there to kind of like keep order and stuff like that. That there's some of that in this book as well, right? Because the Arcane Syndicate is put together by an organization. Right?
They're called the Global Protectorate Agency, but that's another subplot. Like, what are their intentions? What are they really up to? I have another book that is another team by them that's coming out later next year. And his name is Maximus. I forgot what I put as the last name. Anyway, he leads this government agency. He's the director. And is he good? Is he bad? Is he both? Is he willing to just do whatever and sacrifice whatever for the greater good? You don't know. This is an ongoing series, actually, because I have a lot of stories to tell. And when I write comics, I'm not milking anybody for $1. I write until I don't have anything to say anymore, and then I'll call it quits. I'll end it. Whether it's 65 issues, 50 issues, 30 issues, whatever. When I have a story to tell, I tell it, and that's it. Yeah. But yeah, so there's a lot of that between the government. Again, with the Invisible Man, is he working for the government as a double agent? Where do his allegiances lie? So there's a lot of subplots, a lot of mystery, but there's also horror. There's also action. There's superhero action. Like the Phantom of the Opera, with the help of Dr. Frankenstein, has a keyboard guitar that is enhanced with arcane magic. So as he plays different pieces, different spells come out of this thing. So he's like their mage. So there's things like that. So I always say, like, if you look at Jeff Johns with Aquaman, it's not so much, oh, I've seen these characters before. It's, I haven't seen them in this light. Right. Good writers, and I'm not going to tell you I'm a good writer. I'm going to tell you to go buy the book, and you tell me if I'm a good writer. But good writers are at least inventive, and not forced inventive, just creatively inventive, right? And you can take a character like Jeff Johns did with Aquaman, reinvent him in a new way to where it's just written so well, you really enjoy it. And there's an old saying, there's no such thing as a bad character, just a bad writer, right? So I'm proud of this book. I'm proud of where it's going. I've written the first 5 scripts. And I have stories to go on for a while, and I'm excited about it. To be honest with you, I've been excited about all the books I've done, but I think I agree with my wife. Arcane Syndicate has been as much fun for me to write as tragedy. Yeah.
You have, and again, it's just, the writing obviously is good, but that artwork, dude, like the work that these guys are doing, the pages, it's really, really, really well done, dude.
Well, that's my mutant power, is I'm good at picking the right team to make me look good. I mean, look, the art brings them in and the writing keeps them, right? Yes. I mean, no one's going to pick up a book based on a synopsis. They're going to pick up a comic book based on, wow, that art looks awesome and it sounds interesting, but they don't know how you write until they buy it. Right. So, you have to be professional. Some people do it as a hobby. That's fine. And I get that it's easy for anybody to make a comic now, but I don't like to cut corners. I pay artists because I need the best and I want the best. I want to be considered a professional. I want you to take my book, read it, and say, you know what? This was well worth my money. I work hard at my job every week. I hate my freaking boss. I hate my job. And I'm spending my money on this dude's comic. I better not want to wipe my ass with it. So there you go.
There you go. But the way he drew Frankenstein's monster is better.
And we had to do some changes because of, even though they're public domain, there are some aspects and elements that are copyright, that are trademark. Like you can't do the bolts in the neck. You can't do the typical scar, and his head can't be extremely flat. You can't do the green skin. So we made him gray, got rid of the bolts, did a different scar, and the head's not totally flat, you know? Yeah, and I mean, what can you say? The art shows itself. I mean, if you don't mind showing that Vlad page, oh my Lord.
That thing is insane, dude. It's insane.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So there's so much happening on that page, on that one panel too.
But it's not confusing. He did a wonderful job of using the inset panel to really break it up.
Yeah. Lou says the art is head and shoulders above the AI cover some people are relying on.
Yeah. We don't do AI at my publishing company. I will never, ever, ever work with AI art. There's no soul in it. It's stealing jobs. It's thievery. It's, and I'm just looking forward to when the copyright issues come out and the mess that creates. Of course, litigation takes a while, but don't stress the AI too much because eventually it's going to become a legal issue, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
But that would I be able to bother you, Sam? Just that one page that has Vlad sitting on his throne. I just love that page. It is just so amazing.
The one with the demons on the chain, or
no? It's Vlad the Impaler sitting on a throne. His brother standing next to him, and as a general giving him a report. I'll give you a hint. It's the only one with a guy sitting on a throne.
Oh, he's acting up. I'm gonna put on Papa Smurf.
That's because Sam was watching porn while you and I were talking. You saw him looking off to the side, right?
I was actually downloading your pages. It would have been nice if it was sent to me in advance.
Well, it would have been nice if I heard from you. I got a link 10 minutes ago.
Well, that's how we do, bro.
Oh, snap.
That's how we do.
That's it. Where's his mic? Mute that.
That's it. There it is.
Look at that page. It's just killer. You've got your establishing shot, right, with his Romanian castle. That's not the porcelain throne either. And little things that David did. See the blood pouring down the side arm of the throne?
Yeah.
Like he added that. I didn't direct that. He added that, and I just love when artists do that, and he gets to flex his creative muscles as an artist, you know, and it's just great. Thank you. That's Vlad. We have Count Dracula, we've got Nosferatu, and we have Vlad the Impaler, all existing in this world, vying for ruler of the vampire nation.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
He killed it with that page, bro. He killed it with that page, and then the other pages that you have,
and then the colorist just complements the work.
Oh yeah.
February is a hidden gem. I cannot. That man can do it. He's done an entire 24-page book for me in like a week and a half. Colored? At that level of quality. I think he gets somebody to flat it for him, and then he renders. But he's a pro's pro. He's very affordable. I shouldn't be saying this because now other people are going to want him. And he's just friggin' phenomenal. And he's such a nice dude.
With a real Slim Shady Dracula. Please stand
Slick a Slim Shady.
Yeah, no, man. That looks insane. I mean, this book is nuts. So for everybody watching, Arcane Syndicate is on Kickstarter right now. That's how you get it. The campaign ends in 37 days. You have 57 backers right now, Phil, and you're almost there, dog. You are almost there.
Like $2,060 something or
$20.90 right now.
Oh, went up again. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was anybody here, but whoever that was, thank you very much.
Oh, Gil's asking for a link, and Sam delivers. Look at that.
I just have to tell you, and I don't say this in a braggadocious way. It's a marketing way, of course. I'm trying to earn your trust as a writer, and I have to tell you, if Peter David, Howard Mackey, and Chuck Dixon can tell you that my writing on tragedy is good, trust that it's good on this, and give it a shot. It's a small investment, and you might just find something that you really look forward to delving into. And if, at the very least, the art is just gorgeous. But I really think it's the total package from the entire creative team, whether it's George's letters or the art, the coloring, and I think I've done a good job writing. But again, you tell me, but you have to buy the book to find out.
There it is. Phil, you're the man. Thank you so much for coming on here. I need their endorsements then. Thank you for coming on the show, Phil.
Yeah.
Long time coming. But you
Yeah,
did it again.
I had dirty blonde hair and a red beard at the time.
I'm gonna have to look at the show, see how long ago that was.
This guy's acting up.
No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
Were you?
I did.
He had dreadlocks.
When I got sick, I had a Viking braid. Now, when I got sick, my hair went gray, and I looked at my wife and I'm like, "Son of a bitch!" She goes, "My job is done." She turns around and walks away.
Oh, damn. That's it. She took it and left.
Well, you know, Steph.
Phil, you're welcome back anytime. Just book in advance, months in advance, so you can get back on. But thank you so much for coming. Oh, Gil backed it. Thanks, but Gil, appreciate you, my brother.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I think you'll really enjoy it. And if not, you'll have toilet paper for a week.
There it is. Phil, thank you for coming on, my brother. We will chat with you soon.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sam. Take it easy.
All right, my brother. Well, that was Philip Russert. That was Arcane Syndicate. Amazing, amazing looking book. The art is insane, Sam. And yes, the writing is freaking awesome as well. So you having issues over there? You're muted.
Check.
There you go. You're back.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
Audio,
Can you hear me? No.
Speakers.
Check. Towards the end of the show. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. Sorry. Something kicked off. Yeah, the last time he was on the show, I was pulling it up, was in September 7th, 2022.
Damn, September 7th, 2022.
2022, yes. And
what is this, a Verizon commercial? Can you hear me now?
And that year, he was on the show twice.
There you go.
He was in May and in September.
You saw Gil's comment?
That's what it was. He exceeded his,
can you hear me?
He exceeded his quota.
Oh my God.
What is it?
Oh, that he said, what is it, Verizon commercial?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Wait, so he was there twice. He was in that year.
He was in May and in September.
So you cut him off. He came too.
That's it. He exceeded your quota, bro.
That's it. Two in 1 year, no bueno.
After that, you gotta stop paying rent.
Damn. Interesting. There's a few of our friendly friends.
Yeah, I went into my database and I was like, oh, look at him. He was there every day. It was like
every day. I'm gonna be exaggerating. Thank you for backing that, Gil.
Yes. Yeah, 58 backers, 2,118. Nice.
Oh, all right, nice. Went over that 2,000 mark. So yeah, this book is almost funded. So I'm looking forward to seeing it complete.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, the work, the production, everything is legit. It is fantastic.
He's doing an incredible job. So yeah, Arcane Syndicate drops. Well, it ends on midnight.
Halloween at 11 p.m.
11 p.m. on Halloween. It ends.
Yes, CDT time.
CDT time. There it is. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. Sammy, what do you want to remind? Everybody? What do you have next week?
Who do we got next week? Let me see. Calendly. Let's see. Let's go to the calendar.
Hit us with next week's guest. Who do we have? Who are we talking to?
Yo, we're booked through December 17th. Can you believe that?
Oh,
crazy. So next week we have. Is next week October 1st? Wow. We got a return. We have a return guest. We got Brandon Ingram.
Oh, Dismay Comics.
Yes. So Brandon's coming back. In fact, the next 3 guests are repeats. Alex from Wayward Raven and Carissa Grant.
Oh, Carissa's back.
Yeah. Then we have a new one, I guess. Von Coleman.
Vaughn. I know Vaughn.
Yeah. And then we have another repeat, Kevin Davis.
Kevin's back.
Then Robert Multari.
Oh, Rob. I just met Rob at Baltimore.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Then Eddie Lima.
Don't know Eddie.
Michael.
Oh no, is that End of Zed? Is that Eddie?
Let's see. Is it End of Zed?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yes, it is.
I don't know his government name.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And then we have Michael R. Moman and then Rick Dury. So yeah, we're booked all the way through December.
We're booked. All right. Well,
yeah, it's crazy.
We're gonna have some fun. Always a pleasure. Kerry, thank you so much for coming on. Hades is still awake. You're the man, brother. Megan Lewis. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. And if you
Yes.
like this episode, please give us a thumbs up if you hadn't done so already. Help the algorithms help this show, because when we grow, the independent community grows. We are the original, the OGs, the original independent comic book podcast ever, the first one ever, and we're the longest running. We've been in the game since 2005, and we've had hundreds of guests, and we do this show to spotlight our guests and give them a voice. And we can't do that without you. So we appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching Catch the Craze podcast. And if you're listening to us on any of the audio streaming platforms, please leave a comment or head over to YouTube and subscribe if you haven't done so already. But thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate you. With that said, I am Sam, the crazy man, Vera.
George, the Dreamer Medina.
And we are
It's just easy. It's not. Acquiesce.
No, I was talking about my friend Acquiesce. I meant say my name, right?
This is what you were thinking? Oh my.
He described me. He said, I'm the what?
Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. To Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze on Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze.
Candy girl.